Hi guys, all right, so I'm looking forward to doing some exercises that we can do for our dancing at home and even just things that we can do to get our body moving a little bit. So we're gonna start really simple and we'll work our way up. What I always encourage everyone to do in a class like this is when you get to a stage that's difficult for you, try one more layer and then stop there. So get to the challenging one, go one further, see how that feels, and then pause. That way we don't feel like we get way overwhelmed the first time we try this. And then as you keep practicing it, add one layer each time you feel comfortable moving up. So what we're gonna start with is just dividing our body and learning a little bit of isolations. So we're gonna start nice and simple. We're gonna take a line right here and a line at our belly button. So a line at the top of our shoulders and a line at our belly button. This is gonna be section 1 is our head, section 2 is our torso, section 3 is our belly button down, our hips and our legs. So first thing we're gonna do nice and simple is just turn our head right, turn our head left, right, left. Just get used to turning that without anything else moving. So if we want a reference point, one thing we can do is we can take our thumbs, stick them to our chest so that our arm reflects whatever our body's doing, and make sure we can look over each elbow as we go. So that tells us that our torso or midsection is staying still as we do that. Second thing we're going to do, we'll take our arms here, and we're going to still bring our nose and elbows in the same line, but now we're going to do it by rotating the midsection. So I'm going to do this by keeping my hips as still as possible. So I'm going to turn my upper body to the right, and my goal is to pull until I get that elbow under my nose. So I'm going to go the other direction and rotate, rotate, just get a little loosened up. If you want to try adding a little bit of stretch to this, you can put your arms out. Try to make sure, however, that we're not breaking the line, right? So we want to stay as straight as possible, so we're really reaching our fingertips, just getting a nice stretch. Cool. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is try coordinating two pieces together. So what I'm going to do is rotate my head to the right, we're going to mirror. So when I turn to the right, you're going to turn to the left. That way you can follow along in the natural direction. So you're gonna just reflect anything that I do. So you're gonna turn your head to the left, turn your shoulders to follow it. So we're learning to track that. So I turn my head, turn my shoulders, turn my head, turn my shoulders. Now finally from here, I'm gonna point my left foot, so you're gonna point your right foot. I'm gonna turn my head, turn my shoulders. Now I'm going to collect my feet together, and what that allows me to do is turn my hips to catch up. So I'm gonna take that nice and gentle the first few times. So I'm going to turn head, shoulders, hips as I bring my feet together. My goal is that I'm turning on the ball of the foot. So if I do this facing back, and I'll exaggerate a little bit, we don't have to go super high, but if I'm here, I'm turning on the ball of that foot. So I'm trying to avoid doing heel turn because I can feel a little wobbly and a little less than comfortable. So for the full exercise, what we're going to do is try to get a quarter turn on each rotation and go all the way around. So I'm going to point, head, shoulders, collect. Point, head, shoulders, collect. Point, head, shoulders, collect. Point, head, shoulders, collect. From here I can do that on both sides. Point, head, shoulders, collect. Point, head, shoulders, collect. Point, head, shoulders, collect. Last one. Good. So I recommend doing that probably like left, right, maybe 3 sets is a nice little warm up. Just get some nice rotation going in the spine. You might feel some little cracks in there. Those are good things, loosening stuff up. And we're just shooting for developing control. So I'm not really going for big turns. I'm not trying to add a lot of power once I go. The goal is just to see my spot at that quarter turn and land at the quarter turn, everything lined up to it. So I'm going for accuracy, not speed and power. So that would be the end of our first isolation exercise. As we keep going, we're going to start to add a little bit of that speed and power. The goal is always keeping that accuracy, so I recommend everybody start here. Cool. See you in the next one.